Welcome to the podcast. Now that I'm engaged, how do I get married? I'm your host, Kevin Dennis.
And I'm August Yocher, co-host and brand manager at Fantasy Sound Event Services.
In addition to leading the charge at Wedding IQ, I also run Fantasy Sound Event Services, a lighting and entertainment company based in Livermore, California, that I founded over 35 years ago.
Each week on this podcast, we'll explore a new corner of wedding planning so you can prepare for your I-dos without the stress.
From budgeting to booking vendors to the day of drama.
Let's talk smart wedding planning.
All right, welcome to another episode of Now That I'm Engaged, How Do I Get Married? DJ edition.
Woohoo!
No, normally I, myself, and August co-host this, but we're going to turn the hosting duties over to the one and only August Yocher to say all the wonderful things and do all the hosting duties. Take it away, August.
Wow, thank you for that lovely introduction. But yeah,
I don't know,
like
I don't know
Kevin
about
said,
lovely.
we have every single one of our Fantasy Sound DJs in the podcast studio
In the
today.
house. In the house.
So, of course, Mr. Kevin Dennis, we have Meredith, we have Glenn, and we have Norm. And we're just going to be asking them some questions about their career, their DJ style, their personalities. Our topic being the DJs behind the party. Meet your Fantasy Sound disc jockeys. But we'll be introducing you to them, see what makes them all different. So if you're trying to find your perfect DJ with Fantasy Sound, this episode is for you. And if not, just join us for the ride, because I'm sure it'll be really fun. We've done a couple other episodes with our DJs before, and they've, I feel, have been the most silly, goofy of them all.
I was going to say,
They're
it's
just
usually
very fun. So
we got to watch out for Norm. Norm's usually the trouble person on here. So.
It's Glenn. It's
I mean,
Glenn.
It's all Norm. I'm on Team Norm for the trouble.
Let's pick
Me
on
too.
Meredith.
I'm
Let's
an
pick on
angel.
Meredith.
No, I can't handle it anymore.
So we're just going to go ahead and dive right in. So let's start with Kevin first, but everyone's going to be letting us know what's your name, how long have you been DJing, how long have you been with Fantasy Sound, and then, if you feel so inclined, let us know what your DJ style is in 3 words.
3 words.
Yeah.
3 words. Damn, girl.
That's
I feel like I
That's
need more than
challenging.
3 words.
I was going to say, I need more time than 3 words. All right. So my name is Kevin Dennis. I've been DJing since 1986. I started with vinyl many years ago. And then I've been with Fantasy Sound since 1989. And then 3 words, I would say fun, sophisticated, and goofy.
Those are good words. All right, I'll pass it off to Meredith next.
Hi there, my name is Meredith. I started DJing in 2009, and I've been doing it on and off since then. And to explain my style, I would say experimental, upbeat, and diverse. So I like to use all different kinds of sounds.
Amazing. All right, Glenn, you're up.
All right. Let's see. I started DJing in high school. So in 1990, Kevin and I went to the same high school, but he graduated before I did because he's older than I am.
I know.
But
Yes.
so that's when I started. But like doing events, I started really like with Fantasy Sound, and I've been with Fantasy Sound for about 10 years. Hard to believe it's been that long.
It's been a long ride.
I know. Sorry, Kevin.
I know.
So 3 words for my DJ style. Probably family, fabulous, and fantastic.
Oh, the 3 Fs. I love that.
For
Wow.
fantasy, all the F's of Fantasy Sound.
All the F's
Oh.
of Fantasy Sound right here. I
Let's
just
Dang,
keep
Norm,
thinking
that's
the
going to be
F-words.
hard to
Sweet
follow.
I know,
man.
fantastic. I know, it's like drop the mic moment right there on fantastic.
Okay,
They're
my name
expensive.
is...
We don't drop microphones.
Oh yeah, that's true. Very true.
Okay, I am Norman Anub. Man, I've been DJing longer than August has been alive. Let's just say that.
Okay.
16 years.
16 years, yeah. Okay. Okay,
was
I did
gonna
my
say.
first wedding in 1988, so I'm just as old as Kevin.
Yeah.
Been with Fantasy Sounds for 3 years now, and I still remember the first wedding I did for Fantasy Sound.
Why was it that bad?
Shakori and Gino.
Wow.
Why? Because I remember the maid of honor being so terrified to do her toast, and she actually recorded it on her phone. I gave her the microphone, and she put the microphone right on her phone, and it sounded clear, like she was just talking. I was amazed, but at the same time, kind of disappointed that she didn't actually like do it on her own. But yeah.
That's an
Uh,
interesting one.
Yeah, 3
It's
words.
impressive you remember their names too.
I feel like everyone
That's
Does
good.
everyone remember their first wedding they ever did?
No, I don't.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I do.
Actually, I do. I was actually I was actually in the wedding party, and
I was
going to
say it's his own wedding.
Oh, you've said this before. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was actually in the wedding party, and it was a friend of mine, and 1988 Santa Clara County Fairgrounds.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyways, my 3 words would probably be versatile. I'll steal one from Meredith. Versatile, because it's constantly changing. Your clients are constantly changing every week. Seamless, because I like let things flow. What else?
Seamless
Jeez.
is a good word.
Seamless.
Come on, we only got an hour, Norm.
I can't even think. I'm trying to think of a word that starts with F.
Funky.
Funky. There you go. Funky.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Funky, fab, fresh.
There you go.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, so
Copyright.
what would you guys say is one thing that couples are usually surprised to learn about you? Whoever wants to jump in, go ahead. But
I'd
I'll
say-
give you a moment to marinate if you
No.
need it.
Ooh, marinate. I like that word.
We're learning all kinds of good words today.
That's something E40 would use. That's
Yeah.
an E40 word.
Marinate.
I think that, like, for my couples, like, the one thing that they're surprised to learn is that I don't want to be seen as their vendor for the day. I want to be integrated into their day, right? Because it's really easy to say, oh, they're just the hired guy to be here to bring the fun or bring the party or bring the organization, whatever it is they're looking for. But, I always share with my couple that my goal is to be integrated as part of your family, your day, so that people feel like it's that crazy cousin is the one who's DJing this wedding today.
You're a piece of the puzzle, a very important piece.
Like the edge piece that's like mostly just sky.
Those
That's funny.
are.
I was gonna say, I was thinking about like the process, and I was like, the thing that couples are always like shocked to find out, it's less about the music and more about the execution of all the events that we have to get through at a wedding, from the ceremony to all the formalities at the reception. Like Norm mentioned, the toast, like that. It's that is the hardest part of what we do, in getting all the execution down. And where the music, that's the easiest part of what we do. Just give us the list, and I mean that's simple and easy to do, but it's more the execution and that side of it is and I think the couples, once they figure that, they're like, wow, so there is a lot that goes into this once they start putting it all together.
Yeah, I think for me, it's clients or couples are more surprised the questions that I ask them.
Hmm.
For me, it's mostly me trying to get to know about them, what they like, what they don't like about weddings, their experiences. I don't really talk that much about music, and most couples, when they meet with me, they expect to talk about music, what they want to hear, or what I plan to play, or stuff like that. But it's me. It's just the questions that I ask, and they don't expect it. It almost kind of feels like I'm interviewing them instead of them interviewing me.
Mhm.
And I think couples really like that. That I want to get to know them. So on the day of, I'm representing them well.
Well,
So.
to your point, like think about like as you're interviewing them and getting to know them, that's where you really that's where their music style and taste will come out from
Yeah.
that as well. But then also, like, one of the questions that I think couples ask a lot is, what's your DJ style? And it's like, like my last wedding last weekend, I played 2 hours of Persian music, so to that group, I was a Persian DJ, but it all depends on the, the couple and their music likes and their family and all, there's so many things that go into it for what is played at the wedding, so it's different. Like to your point, Norm, it's different. Every wedding is different.
And as
Absolutely.
everyone said, I'm going to agree with that. And I would say for myself is the attention to detail that helps support everything you guys say. So just little details that I notice of when you ask questions of what the client looks for in their wedding and starting from there.
Awesome. Okay, what would you guys say, in your opinion, what separates a good DJ from a great DJ?
Definitely the skills as an MC. I think that's what separates. There are a lot of DJs being born every day,
Yeah.
overnight.
I think they're hatched. I don't know if they're born. I think they're hatched.
Yeah, and they focus mainly on the music aspect. Their transitions. They focus a lot on their mixing, but they don't really work on stuff that's actually the toughest part about being a DJ is actually being the MC. So, yeah, I would say they'd be in the MC.
Yeah, it really is.
I agree. I would say so I look at being a DJ as a customer service aspect of the entertainment industry. So it's listening to what the customer wants and, executing that.
And like for me, I've been through this, right? I do lots of weddings every year. This is in most cases, their first wedding. And I hope their only wedding, but no judgment. If it's your second or third or fourth, hey, I'm here
but
for you.
But there are circumstances. I just did a wedding with they were both widowers. Yeah.
Yeah, stuff happens.
Yeah.
But like, I know what that day is going to look like already, right? I can help to predict what their day is going to look like. And I can execute on all of it. And, a great DJ who's been through this is going to be, except the sun's setting a little bit early, right? It says that sun's going to set at 7:23 on the timeline. That's when we're going to do our sunset photos, is around that time. But, it's California. We have fires, all sorts of things might affect when we actually start to lose that daylight. So being able to predict and pivot on those items without it affecting the flow is so critical and crucial to their day. So when someone's like, oh, my cousin's a DJ, great. How's he for your MC? How many weddings has he done? Can he take care of, all of the other things that need to go along with just playing the music?
People forget about that too. It's so crazy. Like they don't realize that. Like when you have the microphone, all the guests look to you to give them direction. And I think guests crave direction. They don't just want to be going around willy-nilly, not having anyone telling them what to do. Having a good MC is extremely important.
I agree.
A great MC.
Great MC. Okay,
like
so
Glen,
more of
a fabulous, fantastic, funky, fresh,
a theatrical MC like Glen.
We should just look up a bunch of like. I'm not gonna say F words. But like...
Oh, you just did. I'm not gonna say it, but you said it.
I couldn't think of anything else. But anyway, moving on.
On our next podcast, the F word, your favorite F words.
Just be dropping F words left and right over here, guys. Okay, so more of a fun question. There's another F word for you. What's your strategy for getting a dance floor started when guests kind of seem hesitant to get out there? Like, do you have one song that almost always works for you?
I'm not gonna lie, that September song.
I was gonna say,
if that's not
every
one
time.
That works every time.
Yeah.
Uptown Funk works every time.
Yeah.
Usher's, but Kevin saves it for his last song.
Second to last. It's second to last.
What's
second
that one
Rihanna
Rihanna song you always talk about too?
Oh, We Found
Kevin.
Love. That's
there
my
you
favorite.
Go.
Ooh, that's
you
a good
always
one.
say that one.
I'm not a Rihanna. I don't like Rihanna, but that's my favorite song in the whole wide world. So.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I don't dislike her, but I just, she's not like someone I listen to
Kevin
on the radio.
For he has sinned.
No, she's not someone I listen to in my little mix, but.
Yeah,
dude,
you
September
listen to
always
baseball
works
all the time.
Yeah, make fun of me. No, September. I mean, you could, and even Mr. Brightside all of a sudden
Oh,
is gotten a
so
resurgent.
good.
And then another one that in the last like 6 months that has come out of nowhere is Unwritten. Right? What's her name?
Yes.
Natalie.
Natalie
Natasha
Bedingfield.
Yeah,
Natasha
that girl.
Bedingfield, yeah.
Natasha,
Oh, my
yeah.
God.
That
I
out
That's
of
a
love
nowhere.
good
that one.
closing one. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Another
people are
one is I
singing
love
along.
it. Icona Pop. That's another
Oh
one.
yes.
So I do
Yes.
We
love
Found
that. I
Love.
love it.
So
Charlie
I love that song.
XCX.
We Found Love into that one. That's
And I
my
know everyone
but
has
in-
beef with this song, but Pink Pony Club.
Oh.
no people like
I'm
that
sorry,
one too.
Glenn.
In the Bay Area,
Glenn.
for me, it's blow the whistle.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Yes.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Well, and
it
anything
always works.
E40, Mac
And Tell Me When to
Dre.
Go.
None of that works. I'll even go out there and start the Cupid Shuffle, and I'll even lead
Ooh.
it till they get started, and
I love
leave them on
that.
their own. Yeah.
That's like I love getting out there and doing the Cupid Shuffle with them.
Yeah.
I'll get out there and do payaso with them. I will. I love
Yeah,
to be out on the
sometimes it
dance floor with them.
Sometimes it takes leaving that booth and going out and just kind of
To make
getting
it
things
happen.
started. Yeah.
You hear that, guys? That's the Fantasy Sound difference. Your
There you
DJ
go.
will get out on
Also-
the dance floor with you.
Well,
Toto has been the one song that is not just played once but twice with all my weddings so far. They just love that. So, and I love it too, and it's a great song. So.
Really? Are these all Filipino weddings or?
No, I don't know. I don't
No,
ask.
really?
But yeah, I
Yeah.
know one of them was, but
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
it's a
usually
good
a
it's a
staple.
good jam.
Norm, like Aga, speaking to being out on the dance floor, like early on, we would do DJ meetings for the community in our office. And so when I was just a young pup event DJ and I was just getting started, I would sit there and babysit the DJs. Basically, I had a key and the alarm code to the office. So that's the only reason I was allowed to be there. But I remember in one of the very first meetings, Norm talked about when he does his announcing that he doesn't do it like to welcome guests. It's not done from behind the booth. Takes the microphone, goes out on the dance floor, introduces himself to the crowd. So, there is. I know we're talking fun about getting out on the dance floor, but I think that that's just such a way to make a positive impact is to be out on the dance floor, whether it's for dancing, whether it's for announcing, but it just gives you such presence. So
Well,
thanks for that, Norm.
approachability too, I think. I feel like you're physically removing the barrier of the DJ booth by allowing yourself out on the floor. So if someone needs to ask you a question or has a request, like they feel a lot more comfortable coming up to you because you've made yourself more approachable.
Yep. Exactly.
I agree.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I support that
All right.
statement.
Okay. So if your couple is feeling a little stuck on things, not sure what direction to go in, how can you guide them or how do you help them towards the right vibe for their wedding? What kind of questions would you ask?
I start off with what do you not want, and then go from there.
One of the
That's a
things
good one.
too is I tell them to focus on the people that are dancers. So don't, if grandma or the older folks are not dancers, that then focus on them during dinner cocktail, but focus on the people that are dancers. Because that's where I think some of the couples go wrong is that they focus, oh, my grandma loves this song, but is grandma going to get up and dance to it? If grandma is great, if grandma doesn't, then let's play that song during dinner or, cocktail or sometime where grandma will be able to enjoy it and we're not killing the dance floor.
I think it's also suggesting like what type of vibe you're looking for during cocktail and dinner. Those are also very important parts of the event because that's when you actually get a chance to see how people are reacting to this type of music, kind of see what's working, who's reading their body language, see who are the extroverts, who are the party people in the crowd, and that would actually help you later on to kind of set the vibe.
We know those people early, right, Norm? Like before we've even started to party, we know the people that are going to start this party for us, and so that's a great point.
They're usually the ones with the cell phones, and they're the ones taking all the photos. And then they're singing along. They're bobbing their heads and they're drinking. They're just getting the party started, and that's what we as DJs have to kind of look at, and
Well,
that's what starts.
and I felt like there's a big trend right now, taking the cocktail vibe into dinner, and we're no longer putting people to sleep at dinner. So
Yeah,
we're keeping it fun and upbeat. And again, that's a place to hide. Like, you know, mom loves a certain song, but you don't want to give her 5 or 6 of that artist or whatever. You can give her 1 or 2 for dancing, but then throw the rest into dinner. So like maybe songs that you grew up with, or like I just did a wedding where the bride loved country, the groom did not like country music. So we did a lot of country during, like their compromise was a few songs for dancing, but a lot during dinner.
yeah,
Like, so there's a way to have fun and make dinner more fun and upbeat. And like you said, people are singing along and enjoying themselves. And I really, at first I was like, what are we doing? And then now it's like, when we go back to the way we used to do it, I just did a wedding where they were like, I really like Michael Bublé, Frank Sinatra and all, but it was this like, I felt like we were putting people to sleep again at dinner instead of keeping it fun and upbeat.
Mhm.
Well, and another thing, like when people will say, "Oh, our crowd or my family isn't really they're not dancing people," um, I remind them that people want to be wherever they are. So if
Mm-hmm.
they're going to spend their time outside, then their guests are going to be outside. If bride and groom
Mhm.
are going to spend their time in line for cocktails, then that's where their people are going to be. If they're in the photo booth, that's where people are going to go. So I usually ask them to identify like 4 or 5 songs that when you hear that song, no matter what you're doing, who you're talking to, what's going on, you're going to say, I love this song. And you'll be on the dance floor because people will follow you there.
No, it's so true. I feel like couples really underestimate like how VIP they are on the day of. Like everyone just hoards them. So that's such a good point. I love that. Okay. What would you guys say is your approach to getting to know the couple before their wedding? So I know we touched on this a little bit, but do you have any fun anecdotes, fun questions you like to ask them just to kind of pull out their own personalities a little bit?
COVID has been awesome for this. So
Mhm.
pre-COVID, pre-pandemic, I know that sounds so bad, but pre-pandemic, everybody wanted to come into our really cool office and meet in our office, which was great, right? I got to spend FaceTime with them one-on-one and get to know that. But as a result of the pandemic, we've moved into actually going into their home because they're now doing their meetings over Zoom. So they're showing up with their raw selves, right? They're not getting all gussied up to come sit with me in the office. I'm meeting their dog, their cats, their mom, their neighbors, like whoever is in their home. So, and at the same time, they get to see a little bit of my environment, right? Because I don't live at the office. This is my office at home. So, um, I really think that that's been a great way to get to know them a bit better is actually to be in the places where they live.
Yeah. Especially you get to see all their pets and all the fun stuff.
yeah. They're so much more comfortable that way. I even had like one bride was walking around with a robe on.
Me,
No.
yeah, same. Yeah.
Yeah,
No way.
I have the same robe, by the way. That's what I
yeah.
said too.
Wow.
But yeah, at least they're more comfortable. They can express themselves a lot
Mhm.
better. And yeah, again, it's just asking more about them. It's always about them, and just trying to fit their vibe, trying to match their vibes, of course, trying to connect that way. So, yeah, it's just asking a lot of questions and trying to understand who they are. I even ask questions like, "So, how long you been together?" Or, how did so and so propose to you?" And then
Mm-hmm.
their eyes light up and they start
They love
thinking
to
about
talk about
yeah,
it.
we
Yeah.
wanna talk about stuff like that, and, I just ask about their families, where your family's from, yeah, just everything, at least everything I can fit in a 40-minute Zoom meeting.
I try to be organic, but also give direction and ask the right questions. So there's a balance to that. But with my and hospitality background, I kind of know how to pace into that. I don't ever want to try and be too overbearing or pry too much. So whatever they're comfortable with, I like to make sure that the client is comfortable first, basically.
Speaking of meeting the pets, Kevin's
Yeah,
dogs
Yes.
show up.
exactly. My wife's working, so I have to bring the dogs to work because they're worse than kids.
I was okay with that decision. So
Yeah.
they agreed
Yeah,
with me.
there
and
are
I
4
have-
dogs in the office today, just like
Well-
our 4 DJs.
That's because my brother-in-law's here. Snoop Dogg is here too. So
Oh,
So
nice.
dog is legit.
Can we
Yeah.
interview the dog? No.
you could.
We should do we did do that. We had a what was she, Kevin? Veronica. She was a dog sitter for
Yeah,
weddings.
and we all had our
her on.
dogs.
We
Yeah.
all had our dogs on the call that day. It was really cute. So
Nice.
My brother's dog was in his own wedding, actually. At Wente.
heck yeah.
Fun fact, yeah.
Okay, so I know a big part of this episode is I really want all of you to have a chance to share who you are, your personalities, so that way our couples are making the right choice. So what would you guys say that you think that you do differently as a DJ? What kind of sets you apart from anybody else?
I think I'm better than Norm. That's why. Hands down. I'm going to draw the line in the sand right there.
Everyone hear that?
Right
Yeah.
there. The line's been drawn.
If I could punch you, I would. No, it's
Can we just do a poll and then we'll see
If I had legs,
whether
I'd
we,
kick you. Yeah.
whether we agree with
No.
Kevin or not?
Yeah. No, we don't agree with Kevin.
We'll put that on the Instagram story.
No, I just
yeah.
think I try to make it fun. I try to have fun with the clients. It's like it just happened to me that I was talking about the Persian wedding. I woke up that morning to an amazing email from the client that basically told me they couldn't have done it without me, and they could have, but it's those kind of things, and just making everyone feel comfortable. Like the mom, that bride's mom was like she didn't have bridal attendants, so like the mom was kind of like her maid of honor, but not really her maid of honor. She was her mom, but she was really involved in the wedding. But anyway, it was really just handling everything that was taken care of. I'm good with family dynamics as well. I'm not afraid of the family dynamics. That's why I drew the line in the sand with Norm.
That should be the thumbnail,
That's
by
some
the
Norm
way.
slander today.
Right?
Well, we all make fun of Norm because he's a Dodger fan and a Lakers fan. So
Jeez, there
And
go
I
my
love
clients.
hockey.
There goes my clients.
I love when they start talking about hockey. It makes me so happy.
I don't
Hockey,
watch
yeah.
sports. That's what makes me different.
Okay,
Yeah.
since Kevin declared that he was better than me, I have to declare that I'm better than Glenn. There.
What?
Ooh,
I'm
I
better
have
than
to tell
August.
somebody. Your turn, August.
my turn? Oh, well,
Don't even.
I'm so beginner that I know nothing. So please hire me, guys. I'm
Nolan.
just the personality hire. I bring
Let's-
nothing but vibes.
You bring the horn. Let's hear the horn, August. Come on, you got it.
There you go.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Answering the question before I have it fresh in my head, funky fresh, fabulous in my head. I would say my theater and film background, I go for a concept. So if you can explain to me what it is you're looking for, I have that very theatrical mindset where some people it doesn't have to be extravagant, but it's very personable to what you want.
Like that.
Thank you.
For me, like it really is about like a unique, connected experience in that day, right? I look at it, the way I look at a lot of things in life is that if you don't want to be a part of my day, I don't want to be a part of yours either. So, and I tell my clients, if Fantasy Sound were to say we're no longer doing DJs, then I would say I'm done being a DJ because I'm part of the fantasy family, and that's one of the reasons that I stay up. I'm a morning person. 5 a.m., I'm up and going. So to be up until midnight and be the smiley, fun guy at your day that's work for me. But like it truly is about that connection in life. So, right, if I'm not looking to be a DJ on my own or anywhere else, I love it because it's with Fantasy Sound, and that's my family.
And you got to have
That
a
was
little.
beautiful. Oh my
Yeah.
I was
god.
gonna say yes, very nice. But if you're looking for a little sass at your wedding, you got to hire Glenn.
What?
Yeah, he
So-
can be sassy.
Unlike
Love the
Glenn,
sass.
unlike Glenn, who's a morning person, I'm a night person.
Yeah, me
And
too,
that's-
Norm.
Same.
That's where your wedding's
cool.
gonna happen anyway. So I'm gonna be alive at night. I'm gonna try to get as much rest, try to sleep
How
in
late?
as
How late do you what is your cutoff for a night person? I'm curious.
Yeah, what's your bedtime, Norm?
8:47.
I'm a night person. 8:47. I'm
Yeah.
in bed.
No,
11:59.
there are nights where even after an event, I'm still up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
I agree.
No,
Okay, just making
same.
sure. Same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's hard to wind down.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's
I'm home.
Glenn's like, I gotta be up at 5.
1 o'clock in the morning? What the heck? That's tomorrow. That is not today. That is tomorrow.
Especially on Saturday, if there's a new SNL, I got to watch the new SNL
Ooh,
when I get home
yes,
for my
I
wedding.
love
Yes.
SNL.
Yeah.
Live
But
from
if
New
it
York.
sucks, I will say if it's not a good episode, I will turn it off and go to bed.
Yeah. Plus, I need to catch up on all the sports activity that happened.
Yeah,
that I missed while being at the event. So,
That's
Wow,
something
that-
that's different than you and Glenn is that you like sports balls and Glenn does not.
Well, yeah. Hey, listen, for my birthday, I'm going to a banana ball game in Las Vegas, and
Oh,
I'm
you're gonna have fun
so
with that. That's
excited. It's like theater meets baseball. I can't
100%.
wait.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yes, I watched them
Yes.
on
It's the
YouTube.
party
who's gonna be
animals and
explaining?
the
Yeah.
coconuts or something.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds
the
fun.
party animals were just up here in Sacramento.
So who's
Last
going to be
weekend.
explaining what's happening during the baseball?
No, he
games?
doesn't. He's just going to be there for.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it's like
Yeah.
There for
literally.
the views. Yeah.
No,
It's
but
just
it's MC'd
vibes.
the whole way through. It's
Oh,
like,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
just-
like they break into song and dance. But,
Right.
Like in all fairness, I did start to do some research before I went on like the waiting list to get tickets. I know this is a total tangent,
Yeah.
but
No, it shows us who you are, Glenn. I love it.
but like I went on their website and there's like this whole like they charge one set price for all the
Yep.
tickets. It's not like you can buy a box seat or get a better seat. It's one price for all the tickets. And there's like this huge philanthropic aspect of it. So they do like all sorts of giving back to the communities that they live and work in. So I'm super excited for my birthday party. I'm at the ball field. I figured I would mention that. There you go.
the ball
Kevin.
field.
Oh, wait, can I ask
Well,
like,
happy
a
almost
question
birthday.
real quick?
Yeah.
What's everybody's zodiac sign? If couples care about that.
Aries.
I'm a Taurus.
Cancer.
Capricorn.
Oh, all different. Wow. There you go.
What are
Wait,
you, August?
Aries, what's your birthday
I'm a
day?
Scorpio.
Look at that. All different. April 18th.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Coming
Well,
up.
happy almost birthday.
I'm DJing on my birthday this year.
Everyone say
Nice.
happy birthday, Glenn.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Glenn.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Glenn. This is going to come out in like
Oh.
December. And it's
No, no.
They're going to be like, what's going on?
This will definitely be out. Like, I think this is next week's episode, so it'll be
Now,
very
are you?
short turnaround.
But are you going to be at the ballpark on your birthday?
No,
Or no?
The end of April.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Because I say you're going to miss the heat because that ballpark's outdoors in Vegas.
I don't mind. I'll be there.
I know. You like to sweat.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay, we're moving along, guys.
Keep us moving, August.
Emily,
I'm trying.
Emily.
I'm trying.
Otherwise, I'll bring the worst
Okay.
out of Glenn.
Okay,
No.
guys. What would you guys say is your favorite part of a wedding day? What do you most look forward to? What brings tears to your eyes? What moves you
The end.
in a way that no one else can?
Pack it up to go home to bed.
Mine has always changed, and it's now that I have
That's
kids.
so fair. Yeah.
And now that I have kids, I like watching the dad walk down the aisle and the parents' speeches. Because then,
Mhm.
for me, in my head, I'm thinking about I'm not far away from having to do this, so like I get ideas and things, and I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. Oh, that's a bad idea. I see the good and the bad.
I like the parent, so the father daughter dance or the mother groom dance. Those are really cute to watch, and the first dance I'd say for the couple.
Yeah,
It's a good one.
I think for me it's playing that recessional song at the ceremony, because the ceremony is the most stressful part of the
Oh,
day
Really
it
is.
really is.
for a
That
wedding
and
DJ.
intros.
Yeah, just getting through, because that's when you realize everything went out without a glitch, and there were no problems, and yeah,
No
it
wind.
is actually, yeah,
Like-
no, it is stressful when those microphones start acting funny for whatever reason. Yeah, so that part, because again, it's the most important part, and if that's screwed up, it's tough to recover the rest of the evening. But that's my favorite part, at least the most relieving part.
I love the toasts and speeches. Like, there are times when I think, why did you ask this person to give a toast at your wedding?
Well, the good and the bad, right?
Yeah,
the good,
right?
Yeah, the good
But
ones.
it's all encompassing, entertaining stuff.
But it's like when you're over there laughing, and I mean, you barely know the couple. You don't know them in the way that the person giving the toast does, but you're laughing along with the speech. I was like, that's a good toast. I always feel like that's a good toast. Or
Yeah.
if it brings you to tears, you have a little tear in your eye, like this person did a good job. So
Yeah,
I agree
like
with you,
both
Glenn.
ways, right? For the car wreck aspect, and also like the amazing aspect. Like, they know them so well. And then number 2 would have to be when couples are doing a private last dance, right? That's become a trend that we're started seeing. Some of those private last dances are so moving. And Kevin, one of the first weddings that you and I did together, it was the couple was up there in years, and it was their second marriage, and everyone had left, and they were going to do the Dirty Dancing song, Time of My Life, right?
Yeah.
The big lift song. They were going to do that, and they're like, well, everybody's left. Let's just stop, cut off the music. And Kevin's like, no, you're here, do the dance. And like, I remember them doing their dance, and I was so moved, because it gave them a chance to just like wrap up the day and just be with each other. And I think that
it was
couples
stressful
failed.
for them. I remember that wedding because it was stressful, because it was like some of their family was meeting each other for the first time, because they had kids that lived far away, and it was very they put a lot of effort into that wedding.
Yeah, and just
They lived.
recently, the last wedding I did in December, same thing. The couple's second marriage, and everyone had left, and they're like, "We're done." And I said, "You want to do a last dance?" They go, "But we picked a party song." I said, "We can change it." And so I said, "Let
or
me
you
pick
could
a
do
song."
the party song still.
Yeah. So I changed their song, and I actually recorded it on my phone for them.
Aw.
And I sent them the recording before they left. And I saw them at another event a couple of months later. And she said, it wasn't until 2 days later that we were looking at the text. We're like, oh, Glenn sent us some pictures. And they saw that video. And she's like, I've showed it to everybody. She said, I spent thousands of dollars on a videographer, and that's my favorite 2 minutes of the entire day.
That's hilarious.
That's just
And special.
I believe that. Did they do the lift, Glenn?
No.
No, they did not.
No lifting. Okay. I discourage lifts.
Theater background.
Chair stuff.
chair
like,
stuff.
Keep it on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep it on the down low. Yeah.
Keep it on the ground. Ain't nobody getting hurt on my watch.
Right.
No. All right, guys. So
I've only had to call we've only had to call 911 twice at events that I was
That's
DJing
really
over the
impressive.
years.
I have way more than that. Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Maybe
saying.
that's not a good thing. Whoops.
Not
Save that for
mine,
another
but
podcast.
I knock on wood, I haven't had to, but I've
go.
worked events where I've seen things can go wrong easily.
It's mostly just dehydration and heat stroke.
Yeah.
Just
That was
drink
one
more
of them.
water, guys. Drink
That
less
was one of
alcohol.
them.
Okay, so wrapping it up with our final question, kind of a last hurrah for you guys to show yourselves off, but why do you think having the right DJ can completely change a wedding day?
Because it'll be more fun.
Yeah.
I think the DJ makes the wedding. It connects everything together. It makes it cohesive throughout the day.
Well, and we're one of the lesser in wedding money. We're one of the lesser, costs, but we're the one that people, they're not going to remember the dry.
Impact.
Yeah, they're not going to remember the dried chicken, but they'll remember the DJ that, was goofy or said inappropriate things on the microphone or I've heard so many horror stories of things that DJs have done at weddings.
Yeah. And we're one of the most visible people at the wedding, at the event.
Yeah.
Aside from the photographer who's, everyone's seeing their backs, or videographers. We have that presence, and
the paparazzi.
So yeah.
And
Okay,
just
there you go.
like
Visible.
physiologically, like if we think about like the human brain, music and sound is stored in a completely different part of the brain.
Whoa.
So from a memory perspective, I tell my couples the last song I play, like that's what people are going to remember. So that sets the mood for whatever comes next. So like if you want a kumbaya moment, it's Sweet Caroline at the end of the night. If you want a party vibe, then we play Vamos a la Playa, right? Whatever it is, because people are going to leave singing that, humming that. They're going to wake up in the middle of the night. They're going to be in the shower singing that the next day. And it is because music and sound is stored in a completely different part of our brain. It's when people have dementia or Alzheimer's, it's like one of the last parts of the brain to go. So I think that, and look at me getting all like Bill Nye the Science Guy on everyone.
I know.
But
It's like,
I love
geez,
this.
of all
It's
people.
true, though.
Of
It's
all
true.
people. But
Dr.
right,
Glenn, wow.
the taste, the sights, all that stuff. I mean, science says that those things go away very quickly, but it's the sounds and what they hear that really sticks with them. So, so there you have it.
Yeah, well, it's funny because the way you say that, but I remember like concert. I can remember like music from anything. Like something. I can even remember music from weddings that I've DJ'd where it had people had a reaction to it. It's always really fun. So
Yeah.
The term is psychomusic therapy, and it
There
is
you go.
science. It's true.
Dr. Glenn,
Yeah. And
There you
usually
go.
when we end these podcasts, Glenn's voice is in my head the rest of the day. As well.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Norm. You are so welcome.
and now
Well, I know
all Norm's going to be thinking about is Dr. Glenn.
That's right.
Everything's going to be Dr. Glenn.
Dr. Glenn. Well, I know, Kevin, we always bring up this quote, but that Maya Angelou quote that is something along the lines of you won't remember what people say or what they do. You remember how they made you feel. And I feel like that translates into the musical aspect of a wedding as well. So, right.
100%.
Any last words, guys? Anything you want to leave our couples with?
Bye.
Bye.
Have fun.
Bye. Choose
bet
us.
Love.
Pick me.
Wait.
Pick me.
Yay,
I'm better than
love.
Kevin.
I believe in you.
Pick Norm.
Please,
choose
I
Norm.
am
Guys,
me.
are you
Pick me.
Kevin?
Choose me.
I'm not a Dodgers fan.
Meredith,
I
That's
don't
gonna
watch
be my
sports.
I'm not a Rangers fan.
We should put a poll on social media after we drop this podcast. There should be like a giant poll that could be like, who would be your DJ?
I'm gonna write it down. Writing it down right now.
Oh, God, she's going to do it.
You gotta.
And the
have
winner
me in
gets a Mario
person
Kart
to-
trophy, Kevin.
Who's your
Oh.
DJ?
I do have the
Question
Mario
mark.
Kart trophies in my office.
Mm-hmm.
We should get some concert tickets for a winner. For
Yeah,
that.
there we go. I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I'll treat myself to a concert.
Norm's concert. He's going
Because
to
Norm's
sing
a Dodgers fan. No one's going to hire him anymore.
the Filipino
send me to
favorites by
Disneyland.
Norm.
Send me to
Yeah.
Disneyland.
I'll go to Outside
right.
Lands instead.
All right.
Well, I am going
Okay.
outside lands this year.
Ooh,
Let's go.
Let's go.
Ooh, wow, look at that flex.
Charlie XCX.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Purr,
All
purr,
right.
purr,
Well.
purr.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you to all of our Fantasy Sound DJs. I'll let Kevin
All right,
log us out
folks.
today.
I was just going to say thank you for listening to another episode of Now That I'm Engaged, How Do I Get Married? And we'll see you next time. Pick me. Pick
Bye.
me.
Bye. Wait, how do you do it? Bye. Love. Peace and love.
Or
Pick
All
August.
the different ones. Pick me.
Yeah.
To our listeners, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Now That I'm Engaged, How Do I Get Married podcast.
Brought to you by Fantasy Sound Event Services.
I hope you enjoyed listening to this episode. Please get in touch with me or August if you have any topic you would like us to cover.
Or if you're struggling with your wedding planning, please be sure to submit a question to podcast@fantasysound.com.
I encourage you to check out our other episodes on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcast. And if you're a fan, we'd love if you would subscribe to the podcast and leave a review.
It helps others find our podcast so that they can learn from our guests too. And to everybody listening,
Happy wedding planning!